Please record your message.
Hello, everyone. Hey, thank you for turning in to Rizal Park Jazz Radio. I am Tess Guerzon, and I am here today to talk to you a little bit about what's happening at the Dr. Jose Rizal Park, the namesake of this radio show. We are currently launching a GoFundMe campaign that will be launched on March 29th. And so that will be a GoFundMe campaign that we want to raise money for the public safety of the park. As a few of you know, there was a vandalism that happened at the park back in October of 2025, and the bronze plaques were stolen. We never got it back, and plus a time capsule that was supposed to be opened. I think it was 50 years from the day that they installed the time capsule. That was not also recovered. So we are trying to raise funds for that. And the Parks Department was so generous enough that they actually replaced the plaques with a different material, as far as not the bronze, because apparently bronze is very, very expensive, and it's very desirable these days. So it's a different kind of material, and it actually looks really good. If you have a chance to go by the park, please do go check it out. They are the original plaques, but in a different material. So the time capsule is still not installed, and we will be doing that sometime this year, and we want to get the community involved. And so there's since that time, we've had some big renovations happening at the park. As you can see on the screen there, we have taken down the picnic area. The picnic area was very it attracted a lot of homeless population, and a lot of people were camping out in that area. And so that was one of the things that was very concerning. And so what Parks and the community decided was to take it down. And I think it actually makes the park more open, and you can actually see the view from the monument, from Dr. Jose Rizal Monument. So as you can see, there's some more pictures there as we flash through. And of course, they are going to be renovating the restrooms as well. And that's later on, we'll be introducing an artist that might be doing the artwork for the bathrooms there, for the restrooms. But in the meantime, as you can see, I think it improved the park as far as maybe not attracting as much homeless population. Plus, it opens up the view for Dr. Jose Rizal, and he actually is looking at that view, and I'm sure he's smiling. So yeah, so as you can see, it looks good. It's just cleared out. As of August 9th, Sunday, we will be returning the Jazz Festival that actually started in 2009. I actually started that in honor of my mother, who was a big advocate in naming the park, with Vic Bacho and Trinidad Rojo. They were the founders, but she actually secured the funding for the bust and was on the Preservation Society board the whole time this was going on. So she was very active and very passionate about naming this park after Dr. Jose Rizal. And actually, I was with her when we interviewed the artist that actually did the bust, and his name was Dr. Kaido, Anastasio Kaido from Quezon City. And I remember him vividly because he had an eagle in his studio. He was kind of an eccentric sculptor. And one of these days I will share that picture, but I don't have any right now. So, but in the meantime, we are doing a lot of things at the park, and we are going to be launching this GoFundMe. So later on, I will be hopefully showing you the link as to where to uh, donate, and also, you know, some community involvement as far as like the time capsule and also picking an artist for the restrooms. And in the meantime, I think I have a guest that's backstage. She is involved in the arts portion of the Rizal Park. Um, she's been working with Rachel Banner as far as getting the artists and just in communication with her. Rosie, are you back there?
Hi, yes, I am.
Hi, Rosie.
How's it
Thank you for
going?
coming on for such
Course.
short notice. Yeah. So I know I wanted to have you come on and just give us a brief or just a brief synopsis on what they're doing over there and what kind of, I know you have a couple artists that had shown interest. Maybe you can brief us on that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, yeah, I'm part of the Seco Coalition. We are a coalition uniting our community to help restore the vitality of the park. So we've have done some small programming here and there. We've done some park cleanups, and I know that they have now just torn down the shelter at Jose Rizal Park. It does look actually much more open, as you said.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks
I
actually,
really like it.
yeah, I was a little apprehensive about them tearing it down because it holds so much history ever since I was very young when they erected the monument. And yeah, and so we are a coalition made up of Malaya Movement, which is an organization that stands up for human rights, democracy, and sovereignty in the Philippines. Uh, Philippine Progress is part of our coalition. Also, Crossroads, which is a group that's part of Beacon United Methodist Church. And then we had the Preservation Society as well. And so we've been working really hard to help and collaborating with our folks in the coalition, such as with you, Tess, about restoring the park and replacing the stolen artifacts, very valuable artifacts
Mm-hmm.
from the monument, unfortunately. And so they are now renovating the bathroom. And from what I heard, they are taking down the fence after renovations, I think pretty soon now.
That
Um,
really, well, that's great.
yeah, I just got
Yeah.
an email from Rachel Banner, who is working with the city of Seattle, and she's in charge of, I guess, some of the programming for Jose Rizal Park, and have reached out to the coalition, asking about whether or not we know any local Filipino artists who would like to do a mural for the bathroom. And I was like, wow, that's great. I have a few folks in mind. I did reach out to them and see if they would be interested in me throwing their name into the hat for a list of local Filipino artists who would love to do a painting or a mural in that bathroom. I don't know the scale of it, whether it's the entire bathroom or if it's inside the bathroom. They weren't very clear about that, but yeah, wanted us to see if we would like to be part of the artist process. So I'm assuming that means like choosing the artist. Um,
Yeah.
like two in mind. One is Nikita Eris. She is a contemporary, local Filipino contemporary artist. She has paintings all over the city.
Wow.
If we can, I think I sent an email
Yes.
to you.
I
And
don't know if let me see if we were able to get that on there. Dan, oh yeah. Oh, is that it? Did you
yeah,
do that one? Oh
she did
wow.
that one. Yeah, she's done some all over the city, and I know that she has she had an installation at the SAM, the Seattle,
Wow.
yeah, art museum. And so she's a really up and coming local artist, and she's also a Filipino immigrant. So she immigrated here from the Philippines, from I think Cagayan de Oro, and so she's been being sought after for her talent and her artwork. So yeah, that was somebody that I had in mind that could be possibly an artist who could do the mural in the bathroom. Yeah, you can see the photos there. She's done some really
Wow.
artwork.
She does a lot of color. She has a lot of color in her work.
That's what she's known for. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And she
Wow.
represents a younger generation of, up and coming local Filipino artists. And so she's done like a large scale murals all over the city. So yeah, that she's done that.
Wow, she has. Now, where are these located? You say all over the city. What, like this
Yeah,
particular one?
she
Do you
didn't
know?
quite sure where that one is actually. I can
Okay.
ask her, but she's done some at the Amazon
Mm-hmm.
area. She's done things at Microsoft. Yeah,
Wow.
certain areas. And I think she also did I want to say the uniform for Kraken, one for Pride, I think.
Oh,
So she
okay.
did the design for that. So yeah, she's definitely done quite a lot. And has
Wow. That's
yeah.
amazing.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, and you said that she is an immigrant. So she was born in the Philippines
She was
and
born
she
in
came over. How was she really young when she came over?
She was young.
So,
I don't remember.
mhm.
I think I sent the bio to you. I don't remember what she
I
was
think
probably
I
around
have
like
it. Yeah.
9 or 10 or something like that. But
Okay.
so she immigrated from the Philippines. She went to art school here. So she graduated from art. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she also joined Malaya movement. So she's also an
Okay.
activist. And yeah, she's done a lot of great work in the community as a community activist, as well as an up and coming local Filipino artist. So yeah,
Wow.
a lot of great work that she's done. So somebody that I think I would love to see a local Filipino artist, and it's I think it's great that she's somebody that could be possibly somebody that could actually do the artwork, because she's done the grand scale of work. Uh,
Wow, that's amazing.
yeah, look at that one.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and
Go ahead.
I had another also artist too. I don't want to forget
Mm-hmm.
also Rachel Duazo.
Mm-hmm.
She's also a young local Filipino artist. She owns a tattoo shop called Sorry Sorry Store, or Sorry
Mm.
Tattoo. And so she's known for her also unique style of art. And
Mm-hmm.
I apologize, I didn't get any photos from her quick enough, but
Yeah, no
it's
problem. We could Google her as well,
yeah.
look
Look
her
up
up.
Sorry Tattoo. And her artwork should be on there. And she's also known as well in the young local
Hmm.
Filipino artist. So
Hmm.
yeah, those two are great. Yeah, folks that I'd like to see if we could see if one of them would
Definitely.
come. So yeah,
Yeah. Well, we'd like to shout out to the community too to maybe submit their application for doing the artwork at the restrooms. One of the things that the Dr. Jose Rizal Park is really similar to is the Bir Shiva Park. And the Bir Shiva Park had also a lot of crime and issues there. And they turned that park around, the community turned that park around. And actually, if you go over there, and I don't have pictures of it right now, but the restrooms kind of have this similar feel of her art. And so I'm thinking, that could, her art could work. But yeah, so I think something like that would be really good. But of course, we have to get the community involved and, see which one they would prefer to have on the restrooms. But the Bir Shiva Park also has an artist on their restroom, and it's kind of similar to that kind of really colorful art.
yeah,
Yeah, so
yeah.
that's great.
I think it's important that we,
Mm-hmm.
get a list of like local Filipino artists who'd like to contribute and see, and this is going to be
Yeah.
probably a tough process. because there are a lot of talented local Filipino artists. If anyone's out there like interested in wanting to paint a mural, submit throw your name in there. Let us.
Submit it to well, we'll have you could go to Rizal Park and Bridge Preservation Society website, and I'm going to send the link later on in the program, and you can apply there. Or else, contact Rosie at Sick Club. Do you guys have a website or anything, or a
Yeah, we're on IG, Sick Club Coalition.
okay. Sick Love Coalition. Okay, so contact Rosie at Sick Love Coalition, or you can also go online and Rizal Park and Bridge Preservation Society, and just send an email and say you're interested in applying for the art for the restrooms at the Dr. Jose Rizal Park. Yeah,
And
great.
yeah, if you go on our IG, we have some programming coming up in the year. Also working with you, Tess. I know you have a festival coming up in August, I think.
August 9th, yeah. August 9th, and it's actually going to, we're going to incorporate the historic designation on that day as well. So, yeah. We've got a few things going on. In June, we're going to have, because Dr. Jose Rizal's birthday is June 19th, which is Juneteenth, and we don't want to compete with Juneteenth. So we're going to do a concert, a jazz concert that was that is going to be on June 20th with the same jazz artist that was here last year in February, who did the kickoff fundraiser for the public safety fundraising for the Dr. Jose Rizal Park. Her name is Charito Vergara, and people really wanted her back. So she's going to come back and do a show on the 20th to commemorate Dr. Jose Rizal's birthday. So that's also in the works. And then, of course, the crowdfunding. There you go. Thank you. Oh, yeah, Daniel, that's the poster from last year. That was, I think it was February 7th of last year at the Rainier Arts Center. So she's going to come back and she's going to do a show for us, a jazz show we're going to also have some local jazz artists and some local artists also participating. So you guys put that on your calendar. So June 20th. In commemoration with Dr. Jose Rizal's birthday. But in the meantime, I want to just show Rosie, you're in this video too. I want to show the video, the GoFundMe video, the crowdfunding that we're going to be doing. That's going to be launching on March 29th. So if we could get that, let's see, it's a 7-minute long version. And so if we could get that on there and get people to look at it and
I think
learn
it's
about
good.
the history.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think he's going to be
My
putting it on
heart.
now. Yep.
It's sad,
I felt like the heart of the Filipino community was also.
Are we having technical difficulties? I don't know.
It looks like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember that video that we did. It's
Mm-hmm.
do you know who
Yeah.
did it again? I don't remember the name of the person that.
Yeah, his name is Gian Rosales. He is actually I don't know, I guess he's been here a couple years. and he's done a few GoFundMe videos similar to this one. And so actually what happened was I ended up putting an ad in Washington Pinoy's, and there were like 3 or 4 people that had answered, and he was one of them. And so Gian is the one that made the video.
Okay.
And so yeah, and so I'm not sure what's going on, if that's I actually let me see if I can maybe we can go to a I don't know how this works here. I'm on my iPad here, and so it's kind of
Yeah, I wonder if you can present from.
oh, okay. Apparently the internet is the quality is too high for it to be ran.
I see. Okay.
Okay. What's that? Anyway, yeah, so basically, oh, there's no sound. Somebody said there's no sound on here. Okay, well,
No, yeah, there's no sound.
hmm. Okay, well, we can continue. And we can just maybe get that these things happen.
Right.
I
And it
think,
sounds like the
yeah.
GoFundMe is something that you had created specifically for the preservation of the park. Is that correct?
Yeah, well, yes, we actually we're trying to figure out what we were going to do to raise funds, and a lot of people were saying, we should have like a video that kind of tells about the history of the Dr. Jose Rizal Park and the founders of it and how it all got started. And so that video has a lot of the history about Trinidad Rojo and Vic Bacho. But I guess we are, oh, I don't know. It says that they're back, but yeah, so that's just another way to raise funds. And we kind of did a little bit of research on you know, the results of those of that. And the thing about it is a lot of people don't really know that Dr. Jose Rizal Park, a lot of the younger generation, it's kind of funny how a lot of people don't really know that that park exists. And so this would be a good way to kind of get people to know about it as well.
Right.
So,
And
yeah.
that's part of like the CEQA Coalition is the educational part of
Mm-hmm.
the park. I mean, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
obviously you have folks who are not
Mm-hmm.
part of the Filipino community who I remember someone had said they thought Jose Rizal was Latino.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh no, that's not.
No,
that's
yeah, no.
I don't really understand that he was a national hero of the Philippines. And there's so much history, and I don't think a lot of people know that Seattle has the oldest and the largest Filipino community across the nation. And that's something that I found out not too long ago. I didn't realize we had the oldest and the largest Filipino.
I didn't know that either. I thought it really, because yeah, that's amazing. I didn't know that.
And then we have such deep historical ties to like agriculture, canneries, even military.
Alaskan cannery, right?
Right. And so the park really represents the large diaspora of Filipinos, in Seattle, and like the immigrant community, the migrant communities. And so it's something that I feel like we really need to, as community, do our due diligence to preserve the park and really honor the leaders before us that
definitely
establish a space for Filipinos.
Yeah.
Hawaii has a shared history with the Philippines. I mean, Hawaii was under the Treaty of Paris, just like the Philippines, which allowed, the U.S. to colonize the Philippines as well as Hawaii. So there's a huge shared history. And I think that's something that people need to realize, including Puerto Rico, is also part of the Treaty of Paris. But I mean, that's a bit of history, for you there. But Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, whether Hawaii or Seattle, there is such a deep history of like the wave of migration of Filipinos. And so, yeah, Jose Rizal Park is, to me, as a very young girl, seeing the monument like represents something of the Filipino community to me. And, Jose Rizal Park, or Jose Rizal was, part of the revolution that held a legacy of resistance. So it's great to
Yeah.
have that here,
Yeah.
It's a gift
And
to
it's
Seattle.
funny you say that because really not everybody knows this, but Dr. Jose Rizal Park and the bridge is the only one in the nation. There are a few monuments out there in Chicago, Carson City, California, a couple monuments, but not a park. And so Seattle is really special and unique because of the park and bridge, because we're the only ones in the nation that has that. So it's really significant,
Definitely.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah. And we need to preserve it and just,
we do.
mm-hmm,
It is. It really is a representation of
mm-hmm,
resiliency of Filipinos, but also the representation of like the Filipinos who have migrated here. And like your mom was part of that wave of migration.
right,
So,
right.
it's just people honoring like your mom and the leaders,
Mm-hmm.
that really preserved our community.
Yeah, and if it weren't for them, we wouldn't even have this park. I mean, it's just their tenacity and their perseverance and just getting it done, talking to the community leaders. It's just crazy that what they had to do, and they really deserve all the kudos and all they really deserve to be honored by what they did, back in the day in the 70s when discrimination and there's a lot of racial discrimination and, there still is today, but it was back then it was pretty bad. So to get a park named after Dr. Jose Rizal back in the 70s and 80s is a really big accomplishment.
Hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What is Devon? I think Chicago is not a public monument. It's part of a private funded building courtyard. Oh, I don't know, but I went to that. I actually went and saw the monument there when I was in Chicago because
Oh.
actually my family came here as they came here to do the Seattle World's Fair and
Oh. In the
yeah, and then
cities?
yeah, we were part of the Philippine nationalists
Oh,
that came
first.
over for the Philippine handicrafts. So my grandmother came in and did we were doing the New York World's Fair and Seattle World's Fair. Oops, it looks like we're going to take a commercial break, but I'll continue my little story
Okay.
on when we come back. But in the meantime, you guys, Rainier Avenue Radio, please donate, support. Rainier Avenue Radio has so much topics from health to exercise to Filipino culture, Chinese culture, everything you can imagine. Rainier Avenue is a community radio station, so please keep them donate and keep them running and just support this station. Okay, that's it. We'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for this? This is Rainier Avenue Radio.world, the station that cares about our community. Right here. Yeah.
This winter, I don't want illness to get in the way of my holiday plan. That's why I got my annual flu and COVID shot. Everyone ages 6 months and older can get the flu and COVID shot each year. They make it less likely you'll get sick, and even if you do get infected, you won't get as sick. Free vaccines are available even if you don't have health insurance. For more information, visit kingcounty.gov/find a clinic. That's kingcounty.gov/find a clinic.
Fellas, your mental health matters, and it's time we talked about it. Join us every Monday at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time on Rainier Avenue Radio for the Men's Mental Health Show. Real conversations, real stories, real tools to help you navigate life's challenges with strength and honesty. Whether you're tuning in from the car, the gym, or your couch, this is your space to breathe, learn, and grow. That's Mondays at 5:30 p.m. on Rainier Avenue Radio, where men's voices and men's wellness take center stage.
So my doctor told me to go online to check my test results, but I didn't know how to do that. Thankfully, I could turn to Link to Care WA for help. With Link to Care WA, I was able to learn how to use online health portals, use telehealth to talk to my doctor virtually, and manage my prescriptions online. I called the hotline and spoke to a real person who taught me the skills I needed. Call Link to Care WA at 866-757-1832 or visit linktocarewa.org. What's up, everyone? It's your girl, Queen Bree, inviting you to come join me on Clean Greens Living. Broadcasted Tuesdays, 12:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, live right here on Rainier Avenue Radio. On Clean Greens Living, we talk farming, community, and ways to being healthy. So come join me and let's discuss ways to create a healthier you and a healthier community.
South Seattle, this one's for you. Join us for the annual Fast Basketball Empowerment Camp honoring the legendary Slick Watts. The theme, thanks for the love. This is more than basketball. This is about community. Look, all ages, all genders, co-ed, and the whole family. You can expect skill building, wellness activities, family workshops, community resources, and a co-ed 3-on-3 tournament for youth, adults, and there'll be a special celebrity division. We're building stronger families and safer communities by honoring Slick's legacy the right way, by bringing the village together. Look, you can register now and come be part of something powerful at FathersAndSonsTogether.org or search Fathers and Sons Together on Eventbrite.
You are listening to Rainier Avenue Radio.world. Don't forget to log on www.RainierAvenueRadio.world.
Hello, everybody. We are back with Rosie, and I just wanted to continue my little story about Chicago. My grandmother and my mother came over here on a cruise ship as traders for the Seattle World's Fair, and also they did the New York World's Fair as well, but ended up opening up a store in Chicago, Illinois for 15 years since I was a kid. And we would do these, basically it was, what made the store really successful was it was right across from a Polynesian restaurant in the Sheraton Chicago Hotel, which is now the Intercontinental. But it was called the Contiki Port, and people would go eat at the Contiki Port, and like Filipino handicrafts, and we also had Polynesian things as well, kind of looked the same. So we were that store was very successful because of the Contiki Port Polynesian restaurant. And that was and we had that store for about maybe 15 years, and maybe less, because I know they closed it when I was like 15 years old. And so, but every summer we would go there to Chicago and do state fairs. We would do the Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Des Moines, Iowa, Buffalo, New York. We would do that little circuit for World's Fairs, and not World's Fairs, state fairs. And so I know that maybe the monument in Chicago was influenced my mom to really push for the one in Seattle. I don't know, but I don't know which came first either. Could someone Google that? But anyway, so there's a little history about my family and how they came to the United States as traders for Philippine handicrafts, and they did the World's Fairs here in the United States. But yeah, so just a little history. I don't want to bore you guys, but we're talking about the Dr. Jose Rizal Park and how we are going to transform that park into an amazing park this coming summer, and also promote public safety, get some public safety money for it, some lighting, some speed bumps, some, just security overall, and get that park looking back to when it was where it was back in the 70s and 80s. And there's also, it's funny because I actually walked down to the lower level, and there's a whole area down there that's
Mhm.
flat.
Yeah.
And it could even be, we could even expand the jazz festival or do something else down there. That was an apple orchard at one time. And so, but there is a portion there that's flat, and we could definitely extend the park to, to that lower area, any events,
It's a beautiful, it's a
Yeah.
space down there. I did walk down there.
Yeah.
It's just yeah. And there's also a view from down there.
There is. And there's a walking trail. People actually
Yeah,
walk there. Yeah.
the walking trail
So,
is beautiful.
mhm. So it's a lot bigger than that area that we do the jazz festival, and we do, a lot of people do events up in the park there, but there's definitely more to the park than that upper area. So that could be tapped in eventually. So yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, a lot of things
There's a
happening.
lot of things happening with the park, and it's great that people are now yeah, making some effort to help us restore the
Mhm.
park and
Mhm.
really, uplift our people's history. I mean, I think
Mhm.
that's one of the bigger, takeaways of restoring the park. But yeah, I just think that like a lot of people don't know that lower portion of the park.
Yeah,
And it's actually clean. When you go down there, it's well manicured.
it
Um,
is. I was really surprised. I thought, it would be, deferred maintenance or something, but it definitely was not. I mean, yeah, we could definitely use that area for something, so
yeah, it's a big area.
yeah, it
Yeah,
is a big area. Yeah.
there still needs to be some cleaning up too at the main area of the park, and that's where we want to invite folks to. I know with the coalition, we're trying to lead that effort. Um,
Mm-hmm.
let's invite folks to come join us when we're hoping to do it by April when it gets a little nicer and help clean up the park. So yeah, if anyone wants to volunteer, look out for a posting in our IG. And you can help support that effort.
That's really great that you guys do that. And I know that you were trying to do that once a month or once every other month or something like that. So that's amazing. Now that it's getting warmer, we could definitely get out there and start picking up yeah, some trash, garbage and down there because it really needs it. I mean, I actually did I Heart Seattle, and they did the lower level of the park and also the Korean park there. We did two parks, and man, so much trash and so much paraphernalia, drug paraphernalia. It's kind of scary,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's,
So,
it's really important that we. I really,
mm-hmm,
I mean, to be honest,
mm-hmm,
City of Seattle or the Parks and Recreation, I believe, are responsible for the maintenance of that park. So
mm-hmm.
we also need the partnership with
Yeah.
to help us clean up the park because we don't we have limited resources to do it, especially when it comes to picking up things like drug paraphernalia and any dangerous thing that could harm us. Yeah, we just need the support of the park to provide us or at least come out and do some of the major work of at cleaning up the park. So um, I just, yeah, if anyone
Mm-hmm.
wants help, and you push for it, come through.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you saw my last posting at the Rizal. They did start putting bark, and like they're planting
Yeah,
little yeah. And I'm not sure. I think Parks is doing that. I
yeah,
don't think so it's starting to, they're starting to do little things now that the picnic area has been taken down.
yeah.
And so yeah, so I think it's
Um,
gonna yeah.
yeah, it's like we have a
Mm-hmm.
member, his name is Jacob. He's the senior gardener responsible
Mm-hmm.
for helping to plant some of those flowers or plants at the Jose Rizal Park. So we have folks that are helping to push, to make it nicer. Why not
Yeah.
have beautiful
Yeah, and
flowers?
there is a guy that actually from Parks. that helped a couple years ago regarding the toilets, and he is in charge of also maintaining that park and getting it, getting some of the stuff done there. So I'm hoping that he's also stepped up as well. So I can't remember his name. I've got to look him up. But yeah, so yeah, it's coming together. It's all about community and community efforts, It takes a village. You can't just do it by yourself. So we appreciate anybody who definitely steps up and, and volunteers and does that. So but I think we can now play the video.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and play that video and get people to donate. Okay. Well, I think we're still having a little bit of difficulty here.
Part.
But anyway,
It's sad,
I felt like the heart of the Filipino
I can't hear
community
anything.
was
Can you?
also taken out.
Born on June 19, 1861, Jose Rizal was a doctor, writer, teacher, and thinker. Rather than take up arms, Rizal fought with words and ideas. His novels Noli Me Tangere and El Filibusterismo exposed injustice under Spanish colonial rule and awakened national consciousness. His life embodied the idea that a community rises when its people learn, speak, and act from their values. Rizal was executed at age 35 on December 30th, 1896, and his legacy continues to inspire Filipinos around the world. For diaspora communities, including Filipino Americans, figures like Rizal represent heritage, identity, perseverance, and the enduring power of culture.
A Rizal Park, I remember before it happened.
On the west slope of Beacon Hill stands a place born from community vision. Seattle's Filipino American leaders began imagining a public landmark that honored their heritage.
Well, that was in the 70s. Mayor Wes Ullman, who agreed to the pleas of two Filipinos, Vic Bacho and Trinidad Rojo.
Eutychio Vic Bacho was born in Cebu in 1903, a man who worked his way through discrimination, earned a degree at 54, and devoted his life to civic leadership. Beside him was Trinidad A. Rojo, born in Ilocos in 1902, a community organizer who arrived in the U.S. in 1926 and rose as a respected Filipino labor leader in Seattle. Together, Bacho and Rojo pushed for a symbol that would affirm Filipino identity and presence in the city.
Trinidad Rojo came up with the concept of having something in Seattle being named after, he used to say to me, the greatest Malay ever born.
In 1973, their efforts convinced Seattle officials to rename the 12th Avenue South Bridge and the hilltop land beside it.
Wes Ullman finally agreed to name both the bridge and the park for Dr. Jose Rizal.
What began as an idea became reality on June 7, 1981, when the park was formally dedicated to the national hero of the Philippines.
I, along with then Mayor Charles Royer, dedicated the park in June 1981. I was very proud as a Filipina American to be able to participate in that actual dedication.
My mother was a big part of naming the park Dr. Jose Rizal.
Zenaida Fuentebella Guerzon was a Filipino-American community leader whose dedication helped shape and preserve Seattle's Dr. Jose Rizal Park and Bridge. In 1989, she led the effort to install the bronze bust of Dr. Jose Rizal, sculpted by Filipino master sculptor Anastasio Caedo. She served as general chair of its dedication and helped secure the funding that made the monument possible.
I went to the Philippines with her. She contracted the artist there and arranged bringing the bus back to Seattle.
Since then, Dr. Jose Rizal Park has stood as a testament to activism, identity, and the Filipino community's enduring contribution to Seattle.
In recent years, a lot of neglect has been happening here. The park doesn't look as glorious as it used to.
We've had a lot of crime happening here.
They went into the structure that holds Rizal's statue. There was damage there. They took the things that were put inside that signified what was happening, early on, to be opened up many years later, but it was opened up.
The plaques were taken and the park was vandalized recently.
It just hurts my heart to see the vandalism, especially the destruction of the bronze plaques, the graffiti on the bust of Dr. Jose Rizal. Those are sad, sad things to see.
There have been a lot of gang activities, drug activity. Of course, the homeless situation is an ongoing thing.
And they said that the bathrooms were destroyed.
If nothing changes, the park will continue to be like this. We might have to move it. And I don't want that to happen. So that's something that we're going to really fight for it to change.
Kind of makes me emotional to think about that. Kind of almost like erasing the work of the organizers who have worked so hard to really bring the spirit of Kapwa here. I feel like if we aren't protecting this beautiful park, then what does it say about our community?
It would be a shame if that happened, because back in the 70s, they advocated for this.
Future generations will not know how much love went into this park, how significant it was that our elders put so much love into this park so that we could enjoy it.
Well, $50,000 will help with the public safety issues that we have been trying to get. Is a matching fund for the parks and recreation. If we raise $50,000, then the parks will match the $50,000. The funds will go towards the improvement of the park, including the lighting, surveillance cameras, fencing off the parking lot for safety, speed bumps, and just overall safety for the park, so none of this vandalism will happen again.
This is like one of 5, in the country, and I think it's really important that we really gather the support, not just here in the greater Seattle area, but all around, across the nation.
It's very important, especially for our young people, to maintain a sense of pride in who they are and where they came from.
This is more than just a park. This is really a fight to defend our history and our legacy as Filipinos, and to continue to inspire hope in the future generations.
Young people have to be aware that there can be heroes, that they can be heroes for their own generations.
Rizal Park has stood for decades as a symbol of our history, our pride, and our community. But right now it needs us. It needs your help. We are raising $50,000 to protect and beautify Rizal Park. Every dollar goes to making this place safe, vibrant, and worthy of the legacy it represents.
Wow. I didn't see that version. There must be another version.
Oh, there's another version? I need another.
I can't hear you, Rosie. Okay. Well,
Okay,
I know I can't hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Uh-huh.
Okay. That's weird.
Okay.
I just want to thank you, Rosie, for stepping up and coming on such short notice. And you're just amazing, and just the work Sick Love is doing is just so great. I love it, and you guys are just so passionate about everything that you do, and so I'm so proud of you guys. So, but I do have, I think I do have another guest, just briefly to promote a fundraiser that's happening on the 21st of this month. It's the Chinese Community Fund, and so let me see if are they here. Rosie, oh, you're on mute, Rosie. That's why I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
I still can't hear you.
Oh,
Anyway, it's good. I appreciate you. We could talk later.
okay.
Okay. Mwah. Thank you. All right. Do we have another guest here for the there's a fundraiser happening, and it is, if I have my notes here, coming up this Saturday. Is that Saturday the 21st, or is it Friday? It is a Saturday. And basically this this fundraiser is raising funds for the I thought Jesse would be back there to talk about it, but let me get it up on my screen so I can talk about it as well. And not sure if he is able to come on. Jesse, are you back there? Maybe he didn't come on. Okay, it's all right. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. So anyway, on Saturday, March 21st at 5 p.m. at Snoqualmie Casino Ballroom, there will be a community chess Tai Po Fire Relief Fund fundraiser. And it's basically a fundraiser for the victims of a fire that happened in an apartment building in Hong Kong. And so the funds that will be raised would go to emergency financial aid for affected families, also assistance for injured survivors, support for families who lost loved ones, temporary housing, food, and basic supplies, and a long-term recovery support for the community. So this is going to be happening on Saturday, March 21st at Snoqualmie Casino, and we'd love to have you support. I know tickets are still available, and you can contact Jessie Tam, Tam, on Facebook if you'd like to join us for that evening. I will be also performing. I will be singing a couple songs, and so I'm part of the entertainment, and then also supporting the Chinese community for this amazing Lunar New Year gala / fundraiser for the Community Chest Tai Po Fire Relief Fund. So yeah, hopefully we'll see you on Saturday. I do a couple songs for you, and yeah. So that's going to be happening. Also, we're going to be doing a fundraiser in June. Also, the crowdfunding launch would be on March 29th of this month, and we would like your support for that, for the Dr. Jose Rizal Park, and for the public safeties and improvement and preservation of the park. So you can go to go to Rizal Park and Bridge Preservation Society and look at our website there. That's always updated. And I guess that's going to be it for now. We'll see you every third Monday of the month. And I'm not sure who my guest will be at that time, but that will be April after Easter. And we'll see you then. Okay. Tess Guerzon, Rizal Park Jazz Radio. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next month on the third Monday. Okay. Thanks. Bye.